the last day of our program. 3 days beautiful experience will culminate in fulfillment. I hope you all are feeling energized and inspired after yesterday's session. As we begin our final day, I want to acknowledge the incredible progress we have made so far. Today, we will explore more exciting topics. Now, let's get started with our first session. Please join me in welcoming our first speaker of today's program, Madam Vanita Rajpurohit, PGT History from Bharatiya Vidyamandir, Pratapnagar, Chennai, who will inspire us with her insight on the topic, the role of TLM in effective study of social science. Madam, please go ahead and start your presentation. Madam Vanita Rajpurohit.
Namaskar, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Reverend Dr. A.K. Sharma, sir, Education Officer, Bhavan's, Delhi. Madam Principal, BTVM, Agartala. Madam Headmistress, BTVM, Srimati Nilanjana, Madam, Srimati Sutapa, Madam, all esteemed dignitaries present here, and dear colleagues, a very warm namaskar. Today, myself, Vanita Rajpurohit from Bhavan's Vidyashram, Pratapnagar, Jaipur, has the proud privilege to render a presentation before an enlightened gathering. First and foremost, I express my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. A.K. Sharma, sir, and the host institution for providing this enriching opportunity to us. The theme of this presentation is role of TLM in the effective study of social science. Ma'am, am I visible? Sutapa, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, you are visible.
Okay. So the theme of this presentation is role of TLM in effective study of social science. To commence with, what is TLM? Teaching learning materials comprise a wide range of spectacular and captivating resources which assist a teacher in introducing or explaining a topic effectively. Fair and well-planned teaching takes place in the presence of these resources. TLMs make the learning process interesting by breaking the dullness in the classroom. Effective teaching aids enhance the pace of teaching learning process. They activate the cognitive, affective, and psychomotor domains of learners. Next, the relevance of TLMs is quite obvious from the picture. Visual representations add more clarity to a concept. Look at these two pictures. What do you observe? Draw picture of a rabbit. Draw picture of a rabbit. Now the image in which the rabbit is reflected definitely is more meaningful for the learners to grasp the concept and aid what is required. Next, why use TLMs? This also makes the use of TLMs quite clear. We are fortunate that in social science there is a broad range and abundance of varied resources that can be used to engage learners with multiple intelligences in an interactive manner. TLMs lead to concept clarity, which is mostly not possible by mere reading and explanation of text in the classroom. Audio, visual, and audio-visual aids transform passive students into active learners. Next, Dale's cone of experience. In 1969, Edgar Dale, an American educator, developed the cone of experience or the learning pyramid. In this, he has arranged learning experiences on a continuum of direct to indirect or from concrete to abstract. Concrete or direct experience is placed at the bottom an abstract or indirect experience at the top. According to Day, the least effective method is at the top, that is, more use of verbal and textual symbols like reading or listening to spoken words. The most effective method is at the bottom, involving direct, purposeful, and concrete learning experiences. When a learner moves from direct and purposeful experiences to verbal symbols, the degree of abstraction grows. As a result, learners become spectators rather than participants. When learners experience the knowledge through various materials and their sensory perceptions, retention becomes easy and durable. In a nutshell, this pyramid is a learning model that suggests that people learn best by doing, followed by observing, then listening, and finally visualizing. Next, characteristics of TLMs. Teaching learning materials that are being used in the classrooms should be up to date in every aspect. They should be simple and improvised from time to time. They should also be precise, informative, and in accordance with the age and mental level of students. Next, impact of TLM on learning. It goes without saying that when we watch a film or a video or listen to a song or go through a comic strip, it gives us an exhilarating experience. Similarly, the use of TLMs in classroom generates enthusiasm among the learners and promotes receptivity in comparison to the traditional methods which are more teacher-centric. Next, implementing TLMs in the classroom. We all are bound by constraints of syllabus completion in specific time. Therefore, we need to be prudent in selecting adequate resources which should be incorporated in the lesson plans, keeping in mind the learning objectives and outcomes. We should also add a variety in the resources suitable to the content for generating curiosity and interest among the learners. Next, classification of teaching learning materials. Out of the countless number of resources that can be used in social science for different classrooms, we have a wide range of audio, video, and both audio-visual resources, such as pictures, charts, crosswords, models, flashcards, radio, television, overhead projectors, smart boards, documentaries, etc. Next, usage of TLMs. Use of TLM should be subject, content, and age specific. For example, the use of maps in geography and history enhance. It is established fact that if we know the location of a place on the map, it will be easy to remember other details. Similarly, in history, timelines ease out the fear and boredom of mugging up the chronology of events. Next, events and processes are best understood when they come through pictures or charts, be it the working of local self-government or the revolt of 1857 or the details of solar system. TLMs provide a meaningful insight into all aspects of any topic under discussion. Next, the coming video shall justify the worth of using TLMs in social science classrooms.
Don't calculate in a slow way. See how older students solve questions in seconds.
The Sun is at the center of the solar system. Earth is in orbit around the Sun. Earth orbits the Sun and completes one full revolution every 365 days, which is one Earth year. Earth is also spinning on an axis. The axis is like an imaginary line that goes through the center of the planet from the North Pole to the South Pole. If you were in space looking down at the North Pole, Earth would be seen to spin counterclockwise. This spin is called the rotation. One full rotation is 1 day. 1 day on Earth is 24 hours. It is nighttime when you're on the side of Earth facing away from the Sun, and daytime when you're on the side facing towards the Sun. You'll notice that I placed the axis of the Earth on an angle. This is not a mistake. It's an important detail. Earth's axis is not perpendicular to the Sun. As Earth revolves around the Sun each year, the planet's tilt creates the seasons. When the northern hemisphere is tilted towards the Sun, it experiences summer.
Play the video again. I think it's not visible.
Okay, here it is working. I guess, is it visible now?
No, it's not coming on the screen.
Ma'am, any other technical expert can just tell me if it is visible. I had just checked it before.
Can we
Nilanjana ma'am?
upload it? Can we upload it directly, play it directly,
Okay, ma'am, I'll try.
and share the screen?
Just a minute.
Or the little technical issue.
Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll
We
just
have to
play.
restart it from the
Yes,
beginning
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'll play it again.
and also enlarge the screen of the video.
Sure, ma'am. Is it audible also?
Yes,
The
ma'am.
Sun is at the center of the solar system.
Okay.
Earth is in orbit around the Sun. Earth orbits the Sun and completes one full revolution every 365 days, which is one Earth year. Earth is also spinning on an axis. The axis is like an imaginary line that goes through the center of the planet from the North Pole to the South Pole. If you were in space looking down at the North Pole, Earth would be seen to spin counterclockwise. This spin is called the rotation. One full rotation is 1 day. 1 day on Earth is 24 hours. It is nighttime when you're on the side of Earth facing away from the Sun, and daytime when you're on the side facing towards the Sun. You'll notice that I placed the axis of the Earth on an angle. This is not a mistake. It's an important detail. Earth's axis is not perpendicular to the Sun. As Earth revolves around the Sun each year, the planet's tilt creates the seasons. When the northern hemisphere is tilted towards the Sun, it experiences summer. This is because more energy from the Sun is hitting the northern hemisphere. When it's summer in the northern hemisphere, it's winter in the southern hemisphere. When the northern hemisphere is tilted away from the Sun, it is winter. This is because less energy from the Sun is hitting that part of the planet. When it's winter in the northern hemisphere, it's summer in the southern hemisphere. When Earth is between these two positions, it is spring or autumn.
दोस्तों 2000 की नोट बंद हो गई।
So, from this video, we can easily gather the advantages of using TLMs in social science classrooms. And also, I would say that TLMs are capable enough to focus the attention of learners, promote healthy interaction and positive environment in the class. They assist in catering to individual and differential needs of the learners, make learning permanent, promote quick learning, and facilitate conversion of abstract ideas into concrete ideas. Graphic novels, newspaper clippings, videos, and other audiovisual aids are a classic example of materials conducive to effective learning of varied concepts in social science. Next. Limitations.
Just a minute, ma'am. We can get us an issue with this. Give me a minute. Yes, ma'am.
Limitations of TLM. Everything in this world is bound by limits. TLMs, of course, are not free of the fact. But as the saying goes, we have to invest in something to achieve the desired outcomes. It is not mandatory to use very expensive, space, or time consuming resources. We can create or use resources which are affordable, available, and accessible. Making a working model, a volcano eruption, or an earthquake, things are not beyond reach. Moreover, we may also involve students in making resources. This would not only provide them hands-on learning by doing, but also a chance to exhibit their skills. And the advantages of using TLMs definitely outweigh the limitations, if any. Next, critical analysis. This gives us a glimpse of the benefits of using TLMs in social science. It summarizes the key concepts that we have discussed so far. TLMs support student-centered learning. It encourages active learning, enhances retention and recall, explains complex concepts and theories, develops geographic skills and spatial awareness. They illustrate historical events, cultural practices, and foster critical thinking and analysis among young learners. Next, purpose of using TLM. This bubble diagram evidently reflects the difference between presenting any information in textual form or in an image form. In context of this presentation, it refers to the advantages of using TLMs. The previous slide and this image are highlighting the merits of TLMs, but the picture caught the attention faster. Thus, it is strongly recommended to use relevant resources for imparting effective learning in social science classrooms. Next, it is hence proved that teaching learning materials simplify the task of a teacher in imparting learning. They generate congenial environment, make learning a joyful journey for the students, and at last, but not the least, transform a dull classroom into a happy classroom. We can have a glimpse of a TLM of a live model and experience the enriching learning that it imparts. Tina, ma'am?
Yes,
Kindly
ma'am. I'll
play the
require a
video.
minute to play a video.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
The time which is still with us can be used for asking any questions on the content which has been discussed so far or shared so far. I would be very pleased to answer any queries.
Okay, ma'am. The video is ready. Shall I play it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So after watching this video, we can say that teaching learning materials simplify the task of a teacher in imparting learning. They generate congenial environment, make learning a joyful journey for the students, and last but not the least, transform a dull classroom into a happy classroom. So now I would like to request if any of the dignitaries, participants present here would like to share or ask something regarding the role of TLM in effective study of social science. Okay, so to sum up, once again, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. A.K. Sharma Sir, Madam Principal, BTBM, for providing this wonderful opportunity to us and the enriching experience. We look forward to many more in the future. My heartfelt apology for the little technical disturbance which had erupted in between. I hope we all would excuse. Thank you so much.
Thank
Am
you,
I
Madam Vanita Rajpurohit, for your presentation. Really, your presentation was well researched and thought provoking. Thank you, ma'am, once again. Now, I
It
will
is
request.
a little
I
bit
will request.
shorter duration, but I had tried to comply with the time limits, but a little bit of difference is there.
Thank you, ma'am. Now,
Thank you so much, ma'am.
I will request Madam Pompi Mujumdar, Headmistress of Bhavan Tripura Vidyamandir Agartala Kendra, to sum up the session of Madam Vanita Rajpurohit. Welcome, Madam Pompi Mujumdar.
Good evening to each and everyone in this online platform. I feel immensely privileged to Bhavan's Agartala Kendra and Mrs. Shapna Shon, the principal of Bhavan's Tripura Vidyamandir, to give me this opportunity to sum up the 7th session of the Faculty Development Program for SST teachers. Before summing up the 7th session for the topic Role of TLM in Effective Study of Social Science, for which the speaker was Honorable Vanita Rajpurohit from Bhavan's Jaipur, I would like to share a very, very important event for which we are immensely proud that Bhavan's Tripura, that is Bhavan's Agartala Kendra, has backed the trophy for being the best among the top 5 models of TLM termed of numeracy in the state level for the low-cost TLM competition organized by Director of Elementary Education, Government of Tripura. I feel really, really proud to share very important news with you all in this online platform that a team of hardworking teachers and talented teachers of Bhavan Tripura Vidyamandir has been awarded the best TLM for the state level, as well as we stood first position and we secured the best in the state, and we had been admired by the Chief Minister of Tripura, Dr. Manik Shah, and the Director of Elementary Education for a mesmerizing and wonderful TLM which our student teachers have depicted in the state level. The aim was to prepare low-cost TLM for enhancing and ensuring the quality education in the foundation level in terms of literacy and numeracy. Respected teachers, those who are present here, principal, director, sir, please see our admired and inspired teachers of foundation level has achieved it in the state level competition. Let me also announce that we were the one and only private school who have bagged the top award amongst all the government schools from the state Tripura, which is really a cherishable movement for all the family members of Bhavans. The team of teachers were highly inspired by our respected A.K. Sharma sir, Regional Education Officer, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, New Delhi, our director, Dr. G.V. Subramaniam, respected Chairman sir, Mr. Debashish Chakrabarti, retired IFS, Mrs. Shapna Shom, the principal of Bhavan Tripura Vidyamandir, who helped the entire team to achieve this award. I feel immensely proud and privileged to share this because our hard work of our foundation level teachers cannot go in vain. So I have shared with you all. I hope you have observed the talented teachers of Bhavan Tripura Vidyamandir. Thank you all. Now, let me sum up the 7th session of Madam Vanita. The topic was effective study of social science, the TLM, using TLM. TLM encompasses everything that a teacher can use to facilitate learning for their students. From low technology to the high technology, TLM are the tools needed for the children to learn and meet the educational objectives. Organized and effective planning always plays a substantial role in our life. This is why we learn from the successful execution and experience created meaningful, also provided the skills and technique into the practical life. Therefore, we should understand for evaluation and in the context of objective and learning alternative, if we need to describe the learning process, then it should form a part of the evaluation because the study of the subject like social science essentially contributes to the growing and developing effective and efficient citizen of the country. Teaching social science at all is a very challenging because the level of teaching is dependent on material as well as teaching skills. Effective teaching learning material makes it quite interesting by breaking the dullness in the classroom. This teaching aids increases the process to help a teacher to explain a context effectively. Moreover, social science learning program should provide a deeper comprehensive, and this should give a solid foundation for quite an awareness and understanding of the world where they live in. Social science learning material should be able to help the students acknowledge a lot of things in a classroom where the students will feel more and more interested to attend the class. Therefore, without effective teaching learning process, that is TLM, this method demands would apprehends that the right path in the teaching learning process should be focused in a positive way. The teaching learning material should recognize the procedure in the syllabus method and focus the learner's attention. Although those teaching aids should be child-centric because able to make learning easy for the students. There are many factors. For the purpose of using social science teaching aid, Madam Vanita also rightly pointed out these points that using material able to help in making learning easy. Second point, material should be ideology remain in the mind for the longer time. Number third point, material should make more interesting. Number 4 point, it should enable the teacher to express the intended concept of the learning. Number 5 point, teaching aids able to help in illustrating the natural phenomena like the chart paper, flashcards, newspaper clipping. It also shows to define the concept in a better way, like the video madam has already shown. The volcanic eruption, how to prepare the volcano in the class, in a teamwork, also it works as a teamwork. These are the way which we can say that teaching learning method will be more and more highlighted and will be more and more interesting among the students. In the field of teaching professional, TLM is a commonly used acronym that stands for Teaching Learning Materials. It broadly refers to a spectrum that teachers uses in the classroom to support learning objectives based on their lesson plan. However, these strategies based on this lesson plan using the different tools and technique for captivating and imparting quality-based education. To make learning more effective, they make this assistance because when learner sees and hears and feels and smells every test, what they are learning, there is a higher degree in getting them. Therefore, it is important for the modern day social study teachers should select careful TLM to use and instructional materials. Social science instructional materials are always critical because the perception to portray is very relevant to the learner in the learner society. It should have in a cognizant matter the modern teaching aid to facilitate the learners to achieve the learning objective in a proper way. The teaching of social science or the social study is multidimensional, and without the use of effective instructional material cannot enhance the teaching learning goal objective. Madam Vanita also highlighted certain important points in the teaching of social study at the upper primary level. Teaching material serves as a means to help a teacher to introduce or explaining the topic very, very effectively. Fair or well-planned teaching takes place in the presence of teaching aid only. Teaching material makes the teaching learning process interesting by breaking the dullness in the class. Effective teaching aid increases the process of teaching learning process. Teaching material actively and cognizantly way, the effective and psychomotor skills can be also shown to the students in a different matter with the help of TLM. Madam also explained the purpose of using the TLM. Various serves the purpose of using the teaching learning material in the social science teaching. Number 1 point, what she has highlighted, teaching learning material helping making learners more and more easy. Teaching learning material helps in making learning remains in the mind of learner for a longer period of time. Teaching learning material helps in making the lesson more interesting. Teaching learning material enables the teacher to express the intended concept of learning effectively. Teaching aids in social study and helps in illustrating the natural phenomena like volcanic eruption, rain, earthquake, and etc. Teaching aid in social science, teaching helps to define the idea or the concept in a better way. For example, to explain the direction of the map in a globe, we can also show the rotation and revolution, which we have seen in the video, which our Madam Vanita has already shown. Thank you, ma'am, for showing such a wonderful video. Teaching aid helps refresh and reinforce the teachers' for learning when there is a difficulty in creating a real atmosphere or the situation related to the topic. Thank you. Thank you once again to each and everyone for listening to me. Thank you, Vanitya ma'am. We have learned many things from you all. And really, it was a wonderful session which you have taken. Thank you once again. Namaskar.
Namaskar, ma'am. Thank you so much for the compliments. And may we have the permission to share a complimentary slide? This is the one which remained. Thank you so much once again. A heartfelt gratitude for the opportunity that we avail. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam Pompi Mujumdar, for sharing your valuable insights with us. Thank you once again, ma'am. That was excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our great pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Sir Rupam Roy, Administrative Coordinator from Bhavan Tripura Vidyamandir, Agartala Kendra. Sir will share his valuable insights on the topic, role of teachers in developing emotional intelligence among children. Sir, please start your presentation. Sir Rupam Roy.
Okay, let me start it from the beginning because I didn't notice that I was muted. Good evening, everyone present here in today's forum. Myself, Rupam Roy, I am the Administrative Coordinator of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Bhavastipura Vidyamandir, Agartala Kendra. Namaskar, everyone. My topic today is not the usual one that is relevant to SST. Actually, it's relevant to all subjects. What is my topic is role of teachers in enhancing emotional intelligence among the children. What is emotional intelligence? Now, right from the topic, what we understand is that a student should be emotional and students should be intelligent also. Now, this is true, right? A student should be emotional because it is his emotion that actually tells him how to respond to any stimuli coming to him. So that's true. Now, what is the intelligence and how intelligence, this factor is going to work in controlling his emotion? That's what is emotional intelligence. See, we get angry, we feel jealous, we love, we feel empathetic, kind. Now, all these attributes in our character that we respond to various stimuli happening in everyday life, we have to use the attributes intelligently. That concept is emotional intelligence. That is, don't be hurriedly emotional, be emotional, respond positively, rationally, what is necessary and how much is necessary. So that understanding is emotional intelligence. Now, what is the role of teachers in enhancing emotional intelligence? Now, how emotional intelligence actually works, how it is helpful for the students. Emotional intelligence can help a student to make friends, keep his mind cool, help him or her to make smart choices in life, feel good, satisfied about himself or herself. It is great in solving problems, And whatever, the problem is good, the problem is small, problem is rapid fire, the way to deal with emotional intelligence teaches students the way to deal with that. You are more likely, a student is more likely to live a happier life if he is emotionally intelligent and knows when, how, and how much to respond to different stimuli happening all around him in his life. Now, in our society, there is a phenomena, there is a common belief, right, that good grades means a good student. If a student has a good grade, then he is a good student, which is not correct. Good grades are important to understand how much he had studied, how much he has learned, and accordingly through his exams, he gets a good grade. So it actually shows his academic upbringing. Of course, it's important. But along with good grade is a good human being, is a responsible human being, is a human being who knows how to deal with different situations. And all these strategies, which makes a complete human being, is taught by emotional intelligence. A successful student should be emotionally intelligent always, so that they understand, of course, the contents of their subjects, parallelly factors going on in their real life, and develop the skill to deal with all these factors happening all around them in their real life scenario. Teachers, they play a very, very crucial role here in nurturing the emotional intelligence, because they create the classroom environment, and classroom environment should undoubtedly be supportive to the students, understanding the student, listening to the student, understanding how much he is able to solve the problem. So creating such a classroom depends on the teacher. So a supportive classroom is very important to understand the level of the children, his skill, his potentials. Promoting the student for open communication, modeling positive behaviors to him. So teacher plays a very, very poignant role in developing emotional intelligence among the children. I'm going to share the screen now. I hope you all are able to see the screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, see, role of teachers in developing emotional intelligence among the children. Emotional intelligence, it's the ability to acknowledge, understand, and control our emotions, and to acknowledge, understand, and interact with the emotions of other people also. See, it is not that you will solve the problems of your life. You will solve the problems of other people around your life, because they are also a part of your life. So their problem, more near they are, it impacts you. So you should know how to handle that. Emotional intelligence teaches you that. It helps to control our emotion and to acknowledge, understand, and interact with the emotions of other people. This is an essential skill at all stages of life, fostering success both in your personal life and in your professional life. Now, emotional intelligence, a student will not inherit by birth. You know, situations surrounding him will give him the ample scope to experience in life, and thus thereby develop the intelligence to deal all the emotions in his life. So that's where the teacher have to play a crucial role. What the emotional intelligence generally does. Emotional intelligence can help you to make friends in your life, keep your mind cool, help you make smart choices, make you feel good about yourself. With this emotional intelligence, you are more likely to live a happier life, a connected life, and more a successful life. When you take good decisions, when you yourself stay happy and satisfied, when you understand others' problem and help them out to solve their problems, so your surrounding turns into a happy mood. Thus, your life becomes gets contented. You live a happy life thereby. What is its impact on the students? It helps the students to care for themselves and, of course, to care the other people around them. Through the strengthening of these skills of emotional intelligence, learners can assess their own needs in a better way. They can care for others and demonstrate respect, love, brotherhood, support for all peers, elders, and everyone around. Thus, emotional intelligence make the student judicious. And judicious means they can take the good judgment, the best of the decision they can make out if they are emotionally intelligent. Let's watch a video here. You will love it. How a student responds to the problem of his life that he encounters one fine day. Sorry.
Excuse me, sir.
It's not audible, but
Sir, not audible, sir.
am I audible, Nilanjana madam?
Yes, sir, you are audible, but video, that sound is not coming.
Okay, I will see that next time. In this video, sound has nothing to play a role, only the visual. Anyway, I will see that the next time the video sound could be given. Now,
Thank you, sir.
three important questions to consider that when you are trying to develop the emotional intelligence in your students, three important questions that you need to consider. One is expectancy. These are the questions that come up in the mind of the students. Expectancy. The student thinks in his mind, can I do the task? Whenever in a classroom situation, you give student any task, you give the student any work, then the three questions that figures comes up in his mind. The first one is, can I do the task? The second one is value. Do I want to do the task? And the third one is cost. Am I free of all the barriers that prevent me from investing my time, my energy, and all my resources into this activity? Now, these are the three questions that hovers into his mind. What we do when we go inside a class, we find students are in their own mood, flavoring in different mood, I would say. So we try to motivate the class. Now, we motivate by telling them something good, cheering them up, greeting them, telling them a news that they have not heard, probably. We try to control their mind so that all comes up in my hand and then I can do the class. So when you do the class, you give a task to them to do in front of you inside the classroom. These are the questions that generally hovers into his mind. That is expectancy. Can I do the task? That is value. Do I want to do the task? Am I in a mood to do it? And the third one, shall I do it? Is it good for me? I mean, I will give my time, I will give my energy, I will give my resources, I will think a lot, whether it's really necessary. Now, how to deal with these questions that come up to the student's mind through motivation. Now, emotional intelligence can be risen up in a student through motivation. What we teachers can give to a student is motivation. We motivate a student, the student get motivated, right? So it's a procedure. So we motivate, students get motivated, and through this motivation, what he learns, the skills he develops is the emotional intelligence. Now, expectancy refers to what? That hovers into student's mind that can I do the task? It refers to what? It refers that the student's expectation that they can succeed in this task or not. Whether they expect that they can succeed in doing this work. Because sometimes they feel overpowered, sometimes they feel less powered, so they don't understand whether they will be able to do it or not, or it's a mere task, I can just do it. So expectancy level of the students, right? So that's what the first question that comes up in their mind. And as I told you, the second question and the third question, the value, the cost, everything that hovers into his mind, we need to answer all those. Now, how to deal with the power of expectancy? How to increase the expectancy? Talk about the ability of the student. Talk with the student that he is able to do it. I mean, he can just do it. He has the potentiality. He has the previous knowledge related to it. He has the skill to do it. If he gives little time to understand the task, he can do it. Talk with the student about his ability. Talk about the effort they could put into, the potentials they have, how much they need to put into it, so that successfully the work can be done. Talk with the student, his skill, his potential, his learning, his understanding, his strategies to deal with, and tell him that yes, you can. The way to motivate the student. Make him visualize the successes. If he is able to do the task, when the task will be done, what he is going to achieve. Not necessarily every time he will get a prize, but every time he will get the feeling of success, that he could successfully do it. So make him visualize that PowerPoint of success that empowers him with a feeling of satisfaction, with a feeling of contentment. Make him visualize success thereby. Support him appropriately. If he is not understanding the task, make him understand. If he is not able to understand the question, the grammatical construction of it, make him understand that. If he is not able to understand how to deal with it, strategies are many, but which one to apply? Make him understand that which strategy he should apply. So support him appropriately so that he doesn't feel lonesome. Expectation from the activity. If he does the activity, then what he could expect from this? I mean, being successful in the activity, then maybe he is empowered to do a better activity next day. And thereby something better he will achieve in his life. So the steps of growth, the steps of achievement, the steps of learning, make him understand, and every time make him feel that he is going to achieve something. Match the difficulties with their skill. Now, while doing this activity, there might be some difficulties that he could face. Make him understand the difficulties he is going to face and how he can mitigate those difficulties, how he is going to control those difficulties and go through it. Make him understand the difficulties and strategies to deal with all those. Give a feedback to them. Just don't wait for the task to end up and then you say, bravo, you really did well. Not only at the end of the task, during the task. Every time he's taking a step, give him a good feedback that, yes, you are right. No, this one, you're little correct. You can make it better by applying a different strategy. So teach him, give him feedback, and he will go on with the confidence. Let them experience the growth. So whenever he is into the task and he is doing it, make him feel that, yeah, he's growing up, he's getting the points, he's finishing up the task, 25% done, 50% done, 70% done. Make him feel the growth that he is getting into while getting involved into the task. Teachers' expectancies shape students' expectancies. See, you should be always positive about your student. If you think that, no, it's not his cup of tea, he can't do it. Arey, बैठ जा, तुझसे तो नहीं होगा. You should be expecting that your student has that potential, has that ability, carries that skill to do the work. When your expectancy is high, your body language, your supportive behavior will make the student rise up his own expectancy. We are doing here the topic called how to increase the expectancy in the student. So your expectancy and your positive behavior, positive support can enrich and make high students' expectancies also. After success, teach them to believe ability, not the luck. Make the student always understand that it is not luck by which you have gone through it. It is not luck that made you, that you tasted this success of completing finally this task. It is your hard work. It is your planning. It is your way of treating the work. Everything you planned, you really made it. Bravo to you. You really planned well. So give him a feedback that his planning, his strategies, way of dealing was where everything correct, where everything right. So in this way, teach him not to depend on luck, rather to depend on self-abilities. This is how we can increase expectancy level in the students. The next one, how to increase value. Now, value, let me put this, okay. Value, that is, the student should understand that whether he can do it. Make the activity or content enjoyable and interesting to experience high value. Just don't give a random activity to your student. If you are trying to judge them, trying to find out whether they have learned a particular level of content and whether they can work with that, then make the activity enjoyable. Don't make it boring. It should be interesting so that they can experience high value in it. Make them learn in connection with personal life or real world. Now, ultimately, when we teach our students, I am a language teacher. I am teaching the syllabus, the chapters in the syllabus, the writing section, the grammar, reading, note making. I am teaching my students. Ultimately, what I want, he should be a good speaker. He should be able to speak thoroughly. He should be, whenever a topic comes up, he should be able to write. I mean, expressing whatever coming to his mind. He should be able to express it generously, properly. Not necessary that all bombastic words he is going to use. People around him should understand whatever he's thinking, and his thinking level should be appreciated. That's what we want in our students, other than good marks. Now, make him learn in connection with the personal life or real world. That is, activity when you give, it should somehow resemble with the life he's living. I mean, real life he's living. Problems of real life that he's seeing in his mom, dad, bhaiya, sister, other friends. All the life he's seeing all throughout every day, it should resemble to that so that he feels interested. And next time, same thing happens in his life, he knows how to react to it. So activities tasks should always be according to that. Make them understand that the activity is meaningful and has a purpose. This is very important, to make them understand the real meaning of the activity, that why this activity is done, what you are going to check in him. If the activity is done, what will come up of his attribute, of his character, what people will see in him, right? And how he become responsible, how he grows up intelligently, takes decisive decisions in life. So make him understand how the activity is meaningful and how it is purposeful and going parallel to his real life. See that during the activity, they have variety of ideas and experiences. When they do the activity, they should experience the activity. When they do the activity, they should experience all the steps into it. And thereby they should realize, okay, today we did something good. Today I experienced something good. It's really going to help me in my next life. So experiences should be like that. That helps him to understand that this activity has created an impact in his life and has opened a new window. Right? Now, he can give good judgments in these respects. And he can take good decisions, of course. So make him understand, get through ideas and experiences. While interacting with the students, show your enthusiasm and passion to learn. That I told you in the last slide, that when you are interacting with the student, be supportive. You should be enthusiastic. You cannot be negative at any point of time. If you are motivating a student and you want that your student should be emotionally intelligent day by day, then you always should be full of enthusiasm, positive, support him, understand his views also, because you need to know what he is thinking, how he is going to deal. Then only you will be telling him, this is correct, this is wrong, here you need to work. So thereby, teachers' enthusiasm, teachers' passion is also important. Along with that, a teacher should also have the passion to learn. If you find student is doing something new, something different, he has a different idea, which is not commonly found. But of course, this idea also can be accepted. This way also can be the matter looked into. Then appreciate him. Learn from students' learning point of view. Learn the new strategies, the new ideas, the new generations, the ideas of the new generations. Learn from them. So you should be enthusiastic to learn from your students also. Help the students to see how their skills and performances are improving. Help the student to see that every bit by bit they are getting involved with the activity, their performance is increasing, skill is increasing, activity is rolling up. As I told you, 25% done, very good. You are nicely doing it. Just go through, maintain the same pace. 50% done, very good. Only 50% left. So make them see that they are performing, and their performance you are noticing. So make them see that. Let them have meaningful student-student and student-teacher relationship. This is also very important in a classroom situation, student and teachers. So make this world comfortable, both from your end, students end, and student-student end. That is, inter-student relationship should be a comfortable one, supportive one. Should not be leg pulling, bullying. He is unable to do it. All are laughing at him. No, don't entertain these things. Rather, tell the students to support each other, and thereby a meaningful student-student and student-teacher relationship bonding gets created inside the classroom. Best timing to motivate your student and grow up, enhance their emotional intelligence. Give them rewards and incentives for their learnings. Now, it's not possible that every time you reward, but your smile, your good words, right, your good feedback can work as a reward to them. They become very happy. Next time you try to give them a task, they raise their hand first. Then I'm going to do it, because teacher smiles, teacher supports, teacher gives a good feedback, gives a signature and writes good, gives a smiley. So your rewards, your incentives, your supportive and positive behavior motivate them to learn and understand and get involved in the tasks that you have given to them. The next slide. How to increase the value. Now the next question. So this one we have done. We will do the next one. How to increase the cost. Now, effort and time needed for the activity. Make the student understand the timing he need to give. 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, the whole period. The time he need to put into for this work. Make the student understand that. Effort and time needed for other competing activities. Now, when you give a task, student might think that, "Arey, this task to wo wala acha tha. I can do that one, I can learn more." So make him understand that there are more competing activities around. But the activity I have given to you is good in what respect? Thereby make him interested so that he invests his time and cognition in the work and gets involved into it. So make him understand the effort and time needed for the competing activities and how necessary this activity is for him. Learning activity is not worth their time compared to other things. Now, the activity that you have given, is it worthy for them or not? The question may come up in their mind that the task my teacher has given, is it really worthy or not? They may feel disinterested. So make them feel how much effective this task, this work is. They should not feel disinterested. Thereby, hold their interest and make them bound to do the task. And the effectiveness of the task will get created thereby. Psychological and physical reactions to the activity. Now, the student might feel unsafe, uncomfortable doing this activity. Psychological issues are there, physical problems are there. Try to understand those. If it can be mitigated inside the classroom, very good. Help him to overcome that. If it cannot be, support him the way needed so that he feels comfortable and bring him back into the task. In this way, we can increase his expectancy. I mean, the question that came up to his mind, that really the task is worthy for him or not. Shall he invest his time, his resources to this work or not? He will really understand that, feel for that, and get involved positively into the work. Strategies to improve the motivation levels in the students. Now, motivation is very important. As I was telling you, that if you want to grow emotional intelligence among your children, you have to motivate them, because it will not come suddenly to them. So you need to motivate them. Now, what are the strategies by which the motivation levels in the students can be increased? From students' point of view, the teachers' attention. Getting and sustaining students' attention and directing attention to the right path. You must attend the teacher. You have to be attentive. Then only student will understand, okay, teacher is listening to me. Teacher is understanding that what are my problems and my level of potentials. Teacher is going to support me. So the way you give him comfort, thereby he feels comfortable. So first thing is that you have to be attentive. You attend your student, understand their point of view, direct their attention in the right path. Help them, support them with everything necessary. Above all, your presence is very important. Relevance. Giving instruction applicable to present and future career opportunities, showing that learning in itself is enjoyable, satisfying students' psychological needs. Give the students the instruction, the sure shot instructions that is applicable for his present and future career opportunities. About the task, how this task is going to open a new field, a new window for him. Make him visualize the future. Make him visualize when he will be performing it and he will come out with flying colors, what new things he would be able to do. Make him visualize all these opportunities that is going to get open for him. Show him that learning in itself is very, very enjoyable. satisfy the student's psychological needs, support him psychologically, support him completely so that he doesn't feel demotivated and feel the enthusiasm to do the task. Chalo karke dekhte hain. Teacher is there. We will do it. So support him all the time through and through so that he readily, positively gets involved in the activity that you give him in the class. Confidence. Helping students believe that some level of success is possible if effort is given. Students, many times we see that students actually suffer from confidence. That is, suffer from lack of confidence. They think that they don't have the confidence. They think that this work they can't do. Then everybody, they will become a laughing stock in the class. Teacher will also laugh. Grades and points will decrease. Now, make them understand it's not grade or point that is important in your life. It is the way you are going to get the grades and points. Bit by bit, you are going to get to it. Overnight, you can't. So support, especially for bottom line students. Give them activities, support them, grow up their confidences, be with them, help them in all their thoughts procedures, strategy procedures. Thereby, they become confident and they, of course, become interested. Every time you come up with a new task in the class, they feel interested to do it because they know teacher is there to support them. Now, all these tasks, as I'm telling you, slide by slide, everywhere teacher is playing the role. Teacher plays the most important role in motivating the student, supporting the student, making the confidence and self-esteem high, thereby making him emotionally intelligent a human being. The next one is satisfaction. Helping the student feel good about their accomplishments and allow them to exert some degree of control over their learning experience. Make the student, help them feel good about the completion of their work. Make them feel good about that. Allow them to exert, to get some more degree of control over their learning experience. The experience they had, tell them they should control it. Use it when time is necessary. Remember it. Practice more such sessions. Deal with real life problems. Take help from this experience. Thereby solve the problems that come up in their life where teacher would not be there. So in this way, you can keep them motivated all throughout your time in the classroom. There are many ways in which a teacher can motivate a student. Motivation is very important, as I was telling you. There were many ways to motivate a student. I have penned down some 10 ways that teachers can motivate the students. First of all, a relationship. Maintaining a good relationship with your student. Talking with the student. Understanding his problems. If he is not feeling well, enthusiastic in the class, don't just force him today. Wait for the next day. Take him, bring him on. Make him do the task. Maintain a good bonding with your student. Students should understand that you understand him. Students should feel free and comfortable to talk with you about all the loopholes he's filling that is within him. So that good teacher-student relationship, comfortable teacher-student relationship is very important from the teacher's point, from the teacher's part to maintain in the classroom. Physical learning environment. Maintain your class in such a way where there is no space for bullying, where there is no space for scolding. Now, concept of happy classroom came up, no? Whenever you are going, whether it is first period, second period, or last period, whenever you are going, you should keep your classroom happy classroom. You may be tired, but your tiredness should not come on the way of dealing with your students. You should be smiling. You should be full of enrichment, ideas, talking with the student, giving them a comfortable platform. Class becomes highly flavored. Students want to listen to you when they feel you are also listening to them. A physical learning environment which is comfortable, which is free flow, which is spontaneous, which is positive is very, very important. So teachers must maintain a physical learning environment according to the student, a comfortable physical learning environment. relevance. Whenever you are teaching anything, whenever you are giving a task to your student, then try to put forward the relevance to it with the real life, relevance to it with their life. Suppose when I am doing any class in literature, any chapter I am going to teach, it's not the chapter that I start, right? It's actually the content of the chapter. According to that, the real life, I talk about the real life first. So tell them the real life situations, how people around them are responding to those. Some are getting success, some are getting failure, some are impatient, some are dealing with patience. And then the content, the chapter is opened before them. So they are already ready to take your chapter. That's why a relevance to the content that you are going to teach in the class, it should be beautifully started in the class. Relevance of the content, of the chapter, of the topic you are going to start, going to give to them. It should be explained properly, and such a platform should be created before you start imparting them the lesson. Autonomy. Now, give your student all the control. He should not feel before telling something. Suppose it's a verbal discussion going on. Student should not feel that I will tell this, then it would not be good. Teacher, the way teacher is looking at me. Student should be free, whatever comes in his or her mind, to tell to you, relevant to the topic only, not irrelevant things. So give him the autonomy to select, give him the autonomy to think, give him the power to make ready his presentation, give him the comfort to speak to you, speak to the class directly. Thereby, you will be understanding the level of his mind, the way he has taken the activity, the way what he had understood from the lesson, and where tuning is needed, where I need to a little bit more make him understand the topic. So thereby, let the things come free flow from his end. So don't control the mind of the student all the time. Give him the full power to come up, express himself, so that you understand the level of the student, and thereby plan your own strategies to deal with him. Collaborative learning. Collaborative learning means collaborate the students with each other. You yourself, important factor inside the classroom. You get collaborated with the student. Make yourself a character in the chapter. Make the students different characters. Make the plot. You make it inside the classroom. Enact it in the stage, which is the classroom itself. So collaborative learning. Collaborate everyone. You can do debates in the classroom and let everyone collaborate with their minds. So collaboration is very important. As a result, students learn from each other. Bullying decreases in the class. You have a control in the class, but let the whole class participate. In this way, collaboration, feeling for each other, support for each other grows up, which is very important for a proper classroom, maintaining a good classroom. Adapt variable teaching methods. Don't teach in the same way day after day, month after month, year after year. Change your teaching strategies. Sitting somewhere and giving lectures becomes boring. Standing somewhere and giving lecture, only in front of the board, writing something and looking at the student. Move inside the classroom. Their eyes will move with you because you are a prominent character inside the classroom. Then you are enacting a story to them. You are making them like a film, visualize entire plot going on inside the classroom. In this way, adapt various methods of teaching. As a result, you get the fullest interest of your students and they understand your class. Thereby, your motive to make the classroom the best, to make today's class 100%, make their understanding full, you will achieve to those levels when you adapt new strategies, new methods of teaching. Instill confidence and safe environment. That is also, I was telling you that give a good environment to your students, comfortable environment to your students, so that they feel free to talk with you. They feel free to tell what is going on in their mind. They feel free then if they're not understanding, they're able to inform you that this point I couldn't understand. Could you please repeat? So a comfortable teaching learning situation is very important. That's why instill these things inside your class. Instill confidence in the safe environment. Make your student confident enough that he should know his teacher. You be confident enough that you know your student. Right? Involve the parents. This is very, very important. Now, whenever you are teaching in a classroom, time to time you are taking exams, you are checking copies, you are giving them grades, you are giving them marks. Now, all the bit of growth that you are seeing in your student, you must inform the parents. You inform the class teacher. You write remarks in the copy, in your diary. Tell the parents the way their children are growing up bit by bit. It is not that every time you tell them the negative things, the positive things of their children, the growth of their children, the learning abilities that is growing up day by day in their children, maybe from 19 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 to 60, every bit of numbers that he is growing, he is getting, achieving by his own. Tell his parents that he is really doing good and I am supporting him. You also be positive and supportive for him. So in this way, involve the parents in your strategies so that the trio figure that you make, the student, the teacher, the parents, all get the benefit of it. And ultimately, you will see the benefits shining inside your student. And there's where lies the success of your teaching profession. So involving parents in your strategies, involving parents in the teaching learning situations, informing them time to time, all the growth of their children makes the student happy, make the student confident, make the parents understand the growth of their child and support of the school. As a result, many issues itself gets diminished. That really works. These are the 10 ways that I have pointed out that the teachers can motivate his class, his students. Watch this video. Just a second. Let me just a second. Make okay. Please tell me you are having the audio or not.
No, sir.
No, sir. Nilanjana madam, sound is not coming, right?
Yes, sir.
No, I said sound is not coming.
Not coming, sir.
Sorry. Why the sound is not coming? Just a second.
Rupam,
Yes, sir.
should I say something? Then you arrange your video.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Actually, my this battery is going to be out.
Okay.
So, my dear friends, can you see me?
Yes, sir, we can.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, friends, thank you very much for joining this program, and I'm very thankful to the principal and the staff of the Bhavan Tripura Vidyamandir, who has given an excellent show. And they have almost touched all the spheres, but still I like to give you some tips. And it is only, I'm not explaining, but I'm giving only tips. Like the first tip is that engage students actively, very important. You can engage your students by interactive lessons, by the multimedia use, by videos, audios, by simulation techniques, and always have a real world connection. Relate the content to the current event, and a student must feel that this event is really relevant and engaging. Then it is very important, and as it is already discussed, that the foster the critical thinking, very essential. And for this, the teacher should know the questioning technique. He should use open-ended questions so that the students should think deeply and critically about the material. They should have analytical skills. That is, it should be free from the bias, and fresh and healthy arguments should be made. Then encourage the comparison between the societies, between the cultures, between the historical period of that particular time to broaden the understanding. You might have seen that recently there was one incident where the Prime Minister inaugurated Nalanda University. So that is a very good material. You can visualize that what was Nalanda University when it was demolished, and how the uh, library was demolished, how the books were put on the fire like this. Now, the next point is about the diverse perspectives. We should always remember that inclusivity is our feature, that multiple viewpoints are there, and we have to incorporate all the different type of points in our session. Now we can call the expert as a guest speaker to spread their knowledge. Like recently we have called on the director of your institute, uh, uh, Mr. Devashish Chakravarti, for the talk on the forest. So it is very essential. Then you can also arrange a field trip. Probably social studies is one branch where you can go to museum, you can go to historical sites, you can go to cultural sites. And in Tripura, I have seen that this in Agartala there is a palace. So whosoever is coming from that, he should visit the palace. And then the Tripureshwari temple. The significance of that temple is known very well to all. Then Jal Mahal. Like this, you can arrange many things according to your environment. Then there should be an effective assessment. It is very essential that the assessment should be very effective. It should be verified. It should be formative. And after the assessment, the student reflection is very, very essential. You should ask them that are they happy with the assessment, or if they want to suggest anything in that. Then I'd like to say one thing to my friends, teachers, that always stay updated. Update and upgrade yourself. It is a need of the hour. Collaborate with your peers. Continuous learn. It is very essential. Now there is a time of collaboration. Make your own group of social study teachers. And my intention of conducting such program is that at least 30, 40 teachers are coming on one platform, and they are sharing their problems with each other, and they can also collaborate. Then about the classroom environment, remember that please have a cooperative, a pleasant atmosphere in the class. Support your relationship with the children. Management should be very good in the class, and always use technology. Remember that technology brings a change. Use digital tools, use the scientific skills, research skills, collaborative platforms. Different collaborative platforms are there. And I'm sure that you might be using all these. But again, thing is that remember that our aim is that our students should develop a deep understanding of the subject and the skill which is needed to think critically about the world around them. So I thank all the resource persons who have contributed so well Organises. It was a wonderful effort, and the teachers that who have contributed a lot. And I congratulate Principal Madam Swapna Shom for taking a lead in the training of social studies teachers. So thank you very much for calling me. And now the stage is all set for you. I think the video is now good. It is working now. Rupam?
Yes, sir. I guess it will work now.
So please carry on, and thank you very much. You have explained in a wonderful way. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Your words have made a significant impact on our audience. Thank you once again for inspiring and motivating us. Now, Sir Rupam, you can start your presentation.
Thank you very much. Actually, I want to say more, but my battery is going to be end. At any time, it can go off. And I'm away from my house. I'm in a conference. You can see behind me, there's certain pillars. You can see the background. You can see I'm in a conference. So thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you for calling me.
Thank you, sir.
The Pencil's Tale. Once upon a time, an old pencil maker took his newest pencil aside just before he was about to pack him into a box. Imagining the little fellow as a person, he recalled a few things about the
Nilanjana madam, it is audible, I guess.
Yes, sir, it is audible, sir.
pencil. There are 5 things you need to know, he said to his pencil. Before I send you out into the world, always remember these 5 things. Never forget them. And you will become the best pencil you can be. The first thing is to remember that you will be able to do many great things, but only if you put yourself in someone else's hands. From time to time, you will experience a painful sharpening, but remember that this will make you a better pencil. Also, keep in mind that you will be able to correct any mistakes you might make along the way. And the most important part of you is what's on the inside. And remember this as well. Upon every surface that you are used, you must leave your mark. No matter what else happens, you must continue to write. It seemed the pencil listened to him and promised he would remember these 5 things so that he could live his life with heart and purpose. You see, in life, in your life, put yourself in someone else's hand. Embrace challenges for growth. Learn from mistakes. Value inner qualities. And leave a positive mark on the world. And you too can become the best pencil there is. This was The Pencil's Tale, and this is Dare to Do Motivation. Thank you so much for watching, and stay blessed.
Now, see, in order to motivate the students, what skills that teachers need to develop in themselves. So we kept it in the name skills to deal. Inside a classroom, when teacher goes and motivate the children, there are certain skills he need to deal with. So here are those. A teacher should be very, very friendly. A teacher should be kind. A teacher should be helpful and supportive. A teacher should be understanding. The teacher should be able to understand his student, whatever going on in his or mind, whether there is any lack of confidence or not, any hesitation he or she is suffering with, everything the teacher should be able to understand. A teacher should be vigilant that the class is in his or her control. It is going on, moving on, bit by bit, as he has only planned. So he should be very vigilant all throughout the class. A teacher should be interactive. Don't just give a task and be mum. Be interactive with the students, support the student, go near to him, understand him, be with him, see how he is dealing with, and help him in all his deals. In this way, be interactive in your class. So you always remain a hero inside the classroom. Watch the behavioral changes in your students. As students are in a growing stage, so physically they are growing up, mentally, psychologically also their cognition is getting changed every time. It is important that a teacher always notices all the bit of behavioral changes in their students and help him or her to make judicious decisions in life. You can help him or her only when he or she is in your look. You are always observing them vigilantly, thereby every change teach them to be positive and accept it. Remember their potentials and limitations. This is very important from a teacher's part. You should know the potentials of your students. You should know what they are able to do, how much they can do, how much force they can give, and where they have the limitations, where they might get confused, where they might feel little inferior, where their acceleration might go down. You should know all these points very clearly about your student. Then only a good task, competitive task can be given, and in a better way you can judge him or her. Be respectful. The teacher's behavior is always watched by the students. That's why your student is always watching you, whatever you are doing. Thereby, if you are respectful, you are supportive, you are full of empathy, you are noticing him or her, tending them all the time, helping them in all their problems and issues, and you are, of course, noticing the problem and issues before they could come up. You are yourself going and helping them. They respect you. So this is very important that you don't ask for respect. You get the respect through everything you do. Give them the comfort that help them to actively take part in all their works, that help them to come up what is going on in their mind, that help them not to hesitate, rather get involved in the work and deal with it, that help them to tell you, that help them to make their strategies, and that help them to grow in their life. So give them that comfort that is really helpful to them. These are the various skills that teachers need to develop when they are inside the classroom. Now, some motivational quotes, though we all give motivations to our students, these are certain quotes that I pen down separately. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. Student, when they are unable to do any task, tell them, you know, the man who moves mountain today, who is doing big things, actually he started with small things. So in this way, today you do it, and day by day, you will reach to a mark where people will respect you, people will know you, people will give your examples. Motivational quotes. If you made a mistake today, let go and move forward. If you can't undo a mistake, but you can always make things better tomorrow. If you made a mistake, let it go, because you can't go back what is done and change it, the mistake. But tomorrow you can make better by learning from that mistake and by not making such mistakes tomorrow. Motivational quote. Aim for the moon. If you miss, you may hit a star. That is, tell them to aim for bigger. Even if they miss it, the bigger, they can get the big. They only miss the ER from bigger. So aim them for the moon. If they miss it, even they can hit a star. A person who never made a mistake, never tried anything new. That if you don't make mistake, my child, then how you will learn? You do the work, you make the mistake, then you understand what is the mistake. And you mistake. So unless you get involved, you will never go through it. Motivate them with these things. You will make mistakes. You must be okay with your mistakes. As a matter of fact, you should make mistake faster so that you can learn faster. What a motivation. When you make mistakes, you should be okay with it, because more mistakes you make, more things you learn, and better tomorrow you can make. So mistakes are learning platforms. Do the mistakes, learn, and your tomorrow becomes better. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is a quiet voice saying, I will try again tomorrow. This is courageous. A courageous man doesn't roar like a lion, right? A courageous man doesn't say, I'm courageous, see my courage, see the length of my bravery. They don't say that. Courage itself speaks. So you didn't have to tell. Courage doesn't roar. Sometimes courage is a quiet voice. If you say that I will try again tomorrow, this is courageous. That you learn from your mistake and you are ready to do it tomorrow again. This is a courageous move. Let's see this one. My last slide.
Life. How beautiful it is. How amazing it is to be able to rise up in the morning and have that sun shine on your face rather than on your grave. What makes life so unique and so beautiful? It is beautiful because whatever you have that you may be facing, what you may be dealing with, life is still good. Life has so many moving parts, but life is always good. Every day is a new day and another opportunity that others may not have. This life that you have been given, this life that you are temporarily holding on to, this life that has been just given to you for only temporary reasons, has more meaning than you can ever imagine. So many people in the world take life for granted instead of realizing that you have to take the opportunity to live it the best way you know how. Now on this journey of life, you're gonna face a significant amount of circumstances, a significant amount of challenges. You're gonna fall into areas that you cannot understand. And maybe it's not in a position for you to understand at that moment. When you start to feel that you are in a position that you don't love your life, then shame on you, because your life is a beautiful thing and no one deserves to ruin it. No one deserves to control it. No one deserves to steal your joy. Your life is your life, and you have the right to live it the best way you can. You must discipline yourself and take full control and responsibility for the outcome or whatever it is that you are seeking at this moment. There are going to be so many different things that you will embark on. There are going to be so many different things that's going to try to slow you down. There are going to be so many different challenges that you must face. But instead of running away from the challenge, run towards the challenge. Be able to understand that life has meaning. It has reason. And all of these things that you may be thinking that is so hard on you, just remember, sometimes you're gonna have to go through these changes, these circumstances that puts you in a position to make you feel that you're not worthy anymore. But make no mistake, you are worthy. You were created for something. You wasn't created for nothing. Life has a gift of giving, a gift of receiving. And whether if it's good or bad, you got to make sure you understand that these circumstances and these challenges has to happen in your life. You will come to a point that you may feel that you are in a hopeless situation. You may come to a point in your life where you're at the end of a rope and the only thing left to do is to climb up, because you only can do so much for so long. But make sure you're doing much more instead of doing less. Stop stressing about the things that you cannot control and start focusing on the things that you have control of. Take control of your life. Take control of the opportunities. Believe in yourself and know that it is not over for you. So many people out there in this world right now will try to tell you not to be something that you feel in your heart that you want to be. So many people out there right now are miserable, and they'll try their best to take you with them. Do not let misery control the life that you have. Do not let anyone tell you how to live it. Do not let anyone validate your purpose. Do not let anyone validate your destiny. Someone told you a long time ago that you wasn't worthy. Someone looked you in the eye and said you wasn't gonna make it. I say to you right now that you will make it. I say to you right now that you must make it. I say to you right now that you must tell excuses, fear, and doubt that it has no place in your place of business. For this is your life that you are fighting for. This is your life that you are living for. And make no mistake, no one is gonna do you better than you. Don't wait for something to happen. You make it happen. You make it happen for a reason. And take full responsibility and control of this thing we call life.
Thank you so much for listening to my topic. I hope you understood the importance of emotional intelligence for the teachers and the role they play in enhancing emotional intelligence among their children. Thank you, all the dignitaries. Thank you, our education officer, Dr. A.K. Sharma sir. Thank you, Principal Madam Srimati Shapna Shom, and all the teachers and from Bharati Vidya Bhavan all over the India, SST teachers and the teachers who made this faculty development program possible. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Your presentation was polished, professional, impactful, and energized. Here is an announcement for everyone. Attendance link will be given in the chat box. Before leaving the platform, all of you must fill it up. Thank you. Now, I will request Madam Mona Lisa to sum up the session of Sarupam Brahma. Madam Mona Lisa.
Thank you, Niranjana ma'am. A very good evening to all of you present in this platform. May the setting sun take away all your worries. I am Monalisa Debna. I'm working as a teacher in Bhavan's Tripura Vidyamandir. And today I'm here to sum up the session of Sir Rupam Roy. Sir has spoken on the topic, role of teachers in developing emotional intelligence among the children. Emotional intelligence is an ability to express, manage, and control emotions of self and others. Teaching is an emotional practice which involves emotional relationship, emotional understanding, and emotional labor. Teachers have to value emotional bonds with students and educate students as emotional and social beings. The role of a teacher in the school is a vital one. In fact, teaching requires high level of emotional intelligence. Low emotional intelligence brings a host of negative emotions. This consumes a great deal of energy, lower self-esteem, and this leads to absenteeism, indifference, and are effective blocks to teamwork. But teachers with high emotional intelligence use more positive, well-adapted coping strategies when dealing with different sources of stress at school and feel greater satisfaction with their work. Emotional intelligence is a way of recognizing, understanding, and closing how does one think, feel, and act. It shapes interaction with others and our understanding of ourselves. Emotional intelligence defines how and what to learn. It allows to setting priorities. It determines the majority of daily actions because emotional intelligence is so closely tied to the ways people relate to themselves and others. Now, Rupam Roy sir, he has said, like, what was the pre-notion? For the past several years, it is believed that success in life or workplace depends upon the individual level of intelligence or intelligent quotient as reflected in individuals' academic achievement, examination, marks obtained, etc. But now, research on emotional intelligence has revealed that EQ is the most important determinant of the extent of professional and personal success in life. Emotional intelligence plays an important role in determining the individual's success in work, family, and social life, an individual's ability to manage his relation efficiently, which is with his environment, includes the awareness of emotion, judgment of the knowledge related to the emotion, and operating on the emotional knowledge as a part of problem solving. As we have seen in the first video, where the child, he made a road by himself. This road can be used by him and also for the society. So by finding out solution, he found solution not only for himself, but also for the other, for the society. Rupam sir has also focused on the expectancy, value, and cost, and how to increase expectancy. He has said that motivating students, giving feedback, all this can be connected and the result will be overwhelming. How to increase value? Now, we see students when they are not performing and also when they are performing. So what we can do as teacher is we can appreciate while they are performing. Our small appreciation creates a lot of positivity and confidence in the students. Sir also said about how to increase cost. Now here, time needed for the activity makes the student understand. We have to give time to the student and make him understand the activity that you are doing is worth it. You should understand the importance of the work. Sir has also focused on the strategies to improve motivation level in students. The strategies of improving attention is directing attention to the right path by showing the students, because students have hard belief on their teachers. And when we show them the right path, they will definitely listen to us. Relevance is giving instruction which is applicable to present and future career opportunities. Showing that learning in itself is enjoyable, satisfying, understanding their physiological needs, believe in them, and showing them that we are always there for you. Sir has also said about 10 ways how teachers can motivate students. He spoke about relationships, physical learning environment, relevance, student-centered learning, autonomy, collaborative learning, adapt variable teaching method, instill confidence, and safe environment. And one more important part that he spoke about was to involve parents. Now the skills to deal for teachers. Now as teachers, we should be more friendly, kind, helpful, understanding, be vigilant, be interactive, watch behavior, and be respectful. Remember, respect is always earned. Teaching is the profession that shapes education. It is the essential profession which makes all other professions possible, well qualified, caring, and committed. Teachers will improve curricula, assessment, safe school, and highest standard in the world. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize the emotion, their relation to reason out and solve the problems. Teachers' goal to provide an atmosphere where flow occurs easily and the students are totally engaged in learning. Here, teaching plays a vital role in developing emotional intelligence among students. Professional success mainly depends upon the combination of the two, the intelligence and skill one possesses in our work. Professionalism demands teachers to be innovative in their attitude, flexible in their approach, always refreshing themselves with the day-to-day development in their subject area. At the same time, they should be capable of recognizing the value of human potential, understanding the diverse need of learners, and provide enriched environment for their growth. In essence, the dream of society becoming real only will be possible when the teachers are well equipped with moral, professional, emotional, intellectual, practical, and communication skill. Therefore, teacher must do extra efforts to promote emotional intelligence among their adolescent students. It is to a great extent the teacher who decides the shape a student's life will take. So it is very necessary to be adequately equipped with resources that will make the teacher a perfect role model to the students. Today's teacher should be able to demonstrate good intellectual, moral, emotional, social development and promote the same among the students. In addition to this, teachers know how to work with the entire educational community. Teachers also appear as a dynamic educational agent. Together with one's colleague and student families, they perform not only tasks of preparing and executing the teaching functions, but also of innovation, management, research, assessment, and guidance. The teacher is the maker of the future of the world. It means the teacher is the maker of the rules of the nation. Let's recall the pencil tale as shown by Rupam sir, where we see that and each one of us can contribute the best of us. Again, your life is one and we should use it to the best we can. Thank you so much. Over to you, Nilanjana ma'am.
Thank you, Mona Lisa ma'am. Your message resonated deeply with the audience. Thank you once again. Now I will request Madam Mala Dev to deliver her vote of thanks. Madam, over to Madam Mala Dev, Academic Coordinator of Bhavan Tripura Vidyamandir, Agartala.
Thank you, Nilanjana madam. Am I audible
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
and visible?
Yes, ma'am, both.
Okay, thank you. So I'm starting with the vote of thanks. It's a wonderful session that we had today. Well said by someone that a good education can change anyone, but a good teacher can change everything. Good evening, everyone present in this platform. As we draw to the class of this Enriching Social Science Faculty Development Program, it is my honor to deliver the vote of thanks. First and foremost, I would like to extend our deepest gratitude to our chief guest, Dr. Rajat De, Principal, Bhavan Tripura College of Teacher Education, Agartala, for gracing this event with his esteemed presence and sharing invaluable insights. Your word have truly inspired us and set the tone of this program. A heartfelt thanks to our distinguished speakers, Srimati Shutapa Mitro, Academic Coordinator, Bhavan Tripura Vidyamandir, Shri Monotapos Dev, TGT Social Science, Bhavan Tripura Vidyamandir, Madam Sunita, Senior Social Science Teacher, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Vidyashram KM Munshi Mark, Jaipur, Srimati Jyoti Verma, TGT Social Science, Bhavans Mehta Vidyalaya, New Delhi, Shri Diptonu Paul, Bhavan Tripura Vidyamandir, he is a PGT Pol Science, Srimati Vanita Rajpurohit, PGT History, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Vidyashram Pratapnagar, Jaipur, and Shri Rupam Roy, Administrative Coordinator, Bhavan Tripura Vidyamandir, Agartala. Your expertise and knowledge have significantly contributed to the success of this program. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Dr. A.K. Sharma, Regional Education Officer, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Northeast and Eastern Region, for his time-to-time guidance, and Srimati Shapna Shom, Principal, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Agartala Kendra, for her hard work and dedication in putting together this program. Your meticulous planning and flawless execution have made this event a resounding success. A big thanks to Srimati Nilanjana Dam for coordinating the whole 4 days event. Your contribution have been critical in making this program a reality. A special thanks to all the faculty members and participants who have joined us. Your enthusiasm and active participation have made this program truly vibrant and engaging. I would like to extend a special thanks to our technical expert, Shri Sanjay Mohan Datta and Shri Dabojit Dev, whose tireless effort behind the scene has ensured that everything ran smoothly. As we conclude this program, let us carry forward the knowledge and insights we have gained. Together, we can continue to advance the field of social science and make a possible impact on our students and society. Once again, thank you all for your presence and participation. We look forward to seeing you at our future events. Thank you and namaskar.
Thank you, ma'am. It is with great pleasure that we have come to the close of our final day session. We hope that the past 4 days have been informative, engaging, and productive for all of us. Thank you all for your participation, engagement, and enthusiasm. We look forward to see you all in our future events. Lastly, I, on behalf of Bhavan Tripura Vidyamandir, would like to congratulate Sir A.K. Sharma, the Education Officer, Bhavan Tripura Vidyamandir, Northeast and Eastern Region, for being the integral part of this program. I also congratulate Madam Shafna Shum, the principal of Bhavan Tripura Vidyamandir, as an organizer of 4 days social science enrichment program. Madam, we have really been enriched by this program. Let us end our program with national anthem. Please, all of you, join the national anthem.